So let's log into. This will take a while. I have okay. So as you can see, some of the commands. Let's start with some of the basic commands, and
Okay.
we will move on to the other advanced commands. Okay. All right. So the very basic command, just to log into your system, when you boot up your machine, it will prompt you for login, username, and password. So
Okay.
this, you should just type CAL, that shows the calendar and date and time. Okay, to change the password, okay, just PASWD and the password. If you just type PASWD, uh, it is going to change the current user password. If you just specify, for example, Tom, okay, it is going to the Tom user password will get changed. So let me quickly. Okay, so I have just added a user called Tom. Just simply you can type user at Tom, and now I want to change the password of Tom. Just say
Okay.
PASWD and Tom. It is going to ask for the password, and the password is shorter than 8 characters. That's okay. Still accepts it. The password has been updated successfully for Tom. And how do you log into Tom? Okay,
Okay.
so within this, from this console, from this window itself, you can switch user. SU is a switch user, and hyphen Tom. Okay, I'm just switching user to Tom. Hyphen Tom, it will switch to the home directory also. So every user will have a home directory. So in Windows,
Correct.
yeah, in Windows you have home directory. Similarly, you have home directory for every user, and the user will be owning that particular directory, and he can create, delete everything, all permissions. He will have that to particular home directory. Right now, if you
So
can see,
question here. Sorry to interrupt here. So in Windows, every user will have his directory in like C Windows
yes,
users folder.
exactly.
So is there
Here,
any specific folder?
yeah. So here, if I just type PWD, okay, I logged in as Praveen. Okay, and here the Praveen folder, home/home Praveen. Usually this is /home is the user's home directory. There it is users, C users, right? So
Okay.
here it is /home, and under each user there will be users directory. There will be a user
So
profile directory will be there.
PWD.
Present working directory.
Okay. Oh yeah. Correct.
PWD will show you where you are currently.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so even in Windows also, you see PowerShell,
PWD. Yeah.
yeah, PWD, it will show you C users Praveen. So this is the folder. Same way, here you have home/home/Praveen, which is your home directory. And suppose I have created another uh, another user, right? User Tom. Uh,
Correct.
so if I want to switch to that user
Okay.
hyphen Tom. See, I am now as Tom at the Red Hat. And if you see PWD, present working directory, I am as home Tom.
Got you. Okay.
And I told you to change the password, so that's the password. And to exit out from this Tom's user, right? Just say exit.
Okay.
You will go back to, right now I logged in as root at the
Okay.
Red Hat. Red Hat is my machine name. Username is root. Red Hat is the system name.
Machine.
Yeah. So if you see, I am logged in as Praveen at Red Hat.
Okay.
Uh, if you want to log in as root, right? From here, I am a normal user as a Praveen. I want to execute. For example, I want to execute something like um, disk may- so if I want to install some software or applications, okay.
Okay.
Uh, one second. Sorry.
No problem.
So if I want to execute some administrator commands, I have to log in as super user, which is root. Root is the in Windows you have administrator, right? Here we have
Oh,
root. Root account is the administrator for your system. So
oh.
yeah. So to go to log in as root, right? Just type
Uh-huh.
sudo su, which makes you as a super user.
Super user is nothing but root.
Root, super user nothing but root.
Okay.
Okay, I have to enter the super user password. Now I logged in as a root. Sudo
Okay.
su will make you as a super user. From any user, see, for example, I log in as switch. Su is a switch user. I log in
Yes.
as Tom. Okay,
There is no hyphen here after SU.
so you see the difference now. I intentionally I did not put that. Why?
Oh,
Because su hyphen Tom will take you Tom's home directory.
okay.
Will switch you as Tom completely. Even you will switch to Tom's home directory.
Okay.
But if you see, I did not put this time, and you
Oh,
see the present working directory. I'm still in the province directory only.
oh,
It did
okay.
not
Okay.
switch to Tom's directory,
Sounds
Tom's home
direct.
directory.
Cool.
Okay, so now if I want to log in as root account sudo su, okay, uh, specify Tom. Okay, so Tom is not sudoers file. Okay, so not everyone switch to uh, switch as root. Not everyone can run. Not everyone can become root. Okay, they have to be
Oh,
added in the sudoers file. I'll talk about this little later, but they have to be part of sudoers file, and that should be so. There's a file called sudoers.
okay.
So, okay, see, I try to edit. This is the system file. I'm trying to edit this file and it says permission denied. So you
Okay.
have to be a super user or root to edit that file. Okay, now to know which user I logged in, how can you find out? Suppose this is not there. Let's think that this information is not there. Only prompt is there, dollar prompt. How,
Okay.
how can
Okay.
you find out which user that you logged in as? Just type ID. So it gives you the current user logged in, which is Tom, Tom's ID, user ID. This is Tom's group ID, and Tom is part of a group called Tom only. Okay, and
Oh,
Tom user ID is this. Tom group ID is this. Tom is part of Tom group. So when I have issued a command user add Tom to create the user, so
oh,
automatically created group also. Okay, so that is, if you can, there are many options available for uh, so if you say, if you want some help, right,
mhm.
you just specify man and the command name. It's like help. Okay,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So some operating systems, you just say help, but here you say um,
Man.
man. Okay? And then just press Q to quit it. Okay, and who am I? See, this is also another way that you can identify who are you right now. Who you logged in as who? So who am I will tell you. Tom. Tom is the one who logged in. So since we can exit from here. If we exit from here, we will go to Praveen. So here you say who am I,
Okay.
which is Praveen. To clear the screen, CLEAR, clear. Okay, and if you want to uh, sudo
So
su.
you are now Praveen, right?
Now I
Currently.
logged in. To confirm that, just type who am I.
Okay. So now if I want to switch to the root again, so I have to use su hyphen the sudo user command.
Yeah, yeah. Root to log in as root, you use this command sudo su, sudo super user.
Okay. Okay.
It is going to ask for the root password.
Okay.
Now, uh,
pwd
who am I?
hyphen root. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What is this vi?
VI is like a notepad. Okay, VI is like a notepad, and we basically it's called VI editor. Using VI editor, you can edit your files, create your files.
Okay.
Okay, there is I want to create a file. Let's assume I want to create a file now. How do I create a file? Windows. Okay, you open up a notepad, right? Notepad,
Correct.
and then save it. Here we have something called VI editor. There are many editors that are available in the market. VI is one of the very old. I mean, since Windows, since Unix is there, since that time, VI editor is part of this Unix operating systems. Okay, so VI is the editor. VI and file name. So file one. Suppose I want to say file one. So file one has been opened, as you can see here. And if you want to write something, and I will see, I will come to that section. We have a
Okay.
detailed section, how to use VI. Uh,
Okay.
Clear the screen, clear it, and this is the file where you actually allow. If you want to allow Tom also, here you will specify Tom's name here. Okay, so anyway, so we will look at later. So but basically this is where sudoers allow particular users to run various commands as the root user without needing the root password. Okay, so now allow
Suppose
this.
you created another user called Tom, right? Suppose you want to give Tom the same level of access as root.
You have to put it in sudoer.
Or you have to
Yeah,
sudo is administrator group then.
yeah, sudoer is administrator group.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'll show you that, probably in the future section how to make your user as super user. And this is
Okay.
just a basic, those like administrative commands. And let's look at ls is a
List.
list of directories. Will show you. Here is the list of directories or list of files that I have. And ls has the different options. As you can see, it is not telling me which date, which year, which time, and which. It is not showing any properties of these files or directories. I don't even know whether it is a file or directory. Can you tell me whether it is file or directory?
Uh,
Uh,
now we are in. Okay.
maybe with the blue con, since it is blue icon is directory. Okay,
Okay.
the white color is files. Because every editor is it differentiates. If you use a program called putty, it doesn't tell you whether it is a directory, or it doesn't color code any of the files or directories. But some
Oh, okay.
editors, some clients will color code. but
Okay.
don't but don't go by the color code. uh, ls minus l, okay, ls hyphen l will show you the list of files and directories in listed format. So as you can see, the first parameter here, d, it is showing d, right? That's a directory. Okay,
Okay.
if you don't see d, if you just see a hyphen, okay, that is file,
File. Okay.
ASCII file, okay, binary file, ASCII file, like that. Okay, but the first letter that you see is that tells you whether it is a directory or file. and
Okay.
and some of the properties, we will see. This is date and time, okay, and uh, and this is the file name and the time of creation and all those things. So currently, who are logged in? How do you know? Type users. Right now only Praveen is logged in. So if any other used user logged in, if you just type users, it will tell you who are logged in.
Okay.
And who also will tell you, uh, this is I logged into, Praveen logged into this terminal at this time, okay,
Okay.
6:47 to this uh, server.
Okay.
Okay, and how do you log out? Just simply by pressing log out will exit you, or exit. Some operating system will take logout depending on the shell that you have. So just
Okay.
type exit. Exit will take you to. Then if you just type one more exit, that's it. You're exited. Now log in as Praveen. There are different options to shut down your operating system. Okay.
Okay.
Basically, halt will brings down the system immediately, and init 0 will power off the system. It's a graceful shutdown. Init 0, if you just type init 0,
Mm-hmm.
it will be graceful shutdown. Okay, it is going to ask the password, and password is required to shut down.
Okay.
And init 6 will reboot the system. Okay, and it's a graceful reboot.
Okay.
And power off, it completely shuts down the immediate by powering off. And
Just the heartbeat. It's
reboot,
just the heart. Okay.
sorry,
Uh, Power off. It's nothing but pressing the switch.
yeah, pressing the switch.
Okay.
Yeah, and reboots the system. Reboot command will say reboot the system, and shutdown is graceful shutdown. So some of them are more or less the same. Any command that you can use, either you can use init 0 or shutdown. Okay, shutdown have more options, like if you want to shut down later point of time. So you can
Shutdown has
specify,
command.
like 5 minutes, like
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
you just man, if you're not sure what options that you have, just say man. And
Okay.
you know man, shutdown minus h will halt the machine. Shutdown hyphen p will power off reboot, and minus h is equivalent to power off unless halt is specified. And minus c will cancel, if you have already issued the shutdown command, and minus c will cancel the shutdown.
Okay.
and and you can also specify the timeout. Okay, and there is a time, that option that you specify.
Okay.
Okay, so hyphen hyphen help also will give you the list of options that are available. Okay,
Okay.
rather than going for man page, hyphen hyphen help will you give all the switches.
What is halting the machine? I mean,
It's it's a immediate shutdown, not a graceful shutdown.
okay.
Yeah. So more or less, power off and halt are it's the same only. Okay. So if you just say halt, I'll show you how quickly it will be shut down. Um, okay, gone. And just confirm that. Now I try to reconnect. It won't reconnect because it's powered off.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay. From the console, you got to power it on.
yeah, system halted. From the console you can see system halted. System is down. And
All you got to do, I mean, we have to practice these commands.
yeah, yeah. So you don't unless until you practice it, you don't remember this command.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're using it at work daily, that's fine. But if you're not using it work at daily, you have to practice it. So you can see the Tom and Praveen.
Okay. So, I mean, I need 0 and 6. You just have to give those commands. That's about it. Nothing. You
Yeah.
shouldn't
So
mention anything else.
I am just rebooting this system, so we can watch it on console. I'm just specifying init 6. So the
Okay.
system will be going down. System is getting rebooted. See?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are these commands the same for all the versions of Red Hat or something, or is it going to be
No
different?
matter no matter which operating system that you use, these are the basic commands that are same in every operating system, every
Oh,
Unix based operating system.
okay.
Okay, it's rebooted now.
Okay.
So let's log in as Praveen. I'm hearing echo. So did you put it on speaker or something? Your
No, no.
mobile.
Oh, I don't have my earphones. I mean,
Um, is
I'll
it good?
get it tomorrow.
No. No. Are you hearing echo?
No, no, no.
You're
For
not
me, it's
hearing.
good.
Okay, fine. And if you say init 0, let's watch it. So it's shutting down.
Um, so I have a question. So you said you can create new users. How do you create new groups on the server? Hello?
Yeah. I'll tell you when we come to administration part.
Oh, okay.
So
Sure.
since
Sorry.
this is very
Because
basic,
I'm. Okay, good.
let me show power of. You see the difference now. What happens? See, and go to console. Power off. Init 0 took a while to power it off because it gracefully shut down from within.
Okay.
But power off will power it off immediately.
Okay. Right.
This is my red hat. And now I'm issuing command halt. System halted.
System halted.
But system is running.
But system is running.
It's not like
It's
completely
not
switched
like
off.
completely switch it off. Does it ping?
No, it doesn't ping.
No, it doesn't ping.
It's
Okay.
a soft
It's a
shutdown,
soft
that you can say.
shutdown, that you can say.
It's not powered
So
off.
in
When
what
you say
scenarios
power
can
off,
you power off?
it's like powering of the physically powering of the button.
Physically powering of the button. Okay.
You getting the difference?
You getting the difference? Halt, I'm not able to get it perfectly.
Okay. So okay.
Okay. Okay.
Here the server
Here
shows is
the
running.
server shows is running. Right.
So it is not
Powered
off completely
off
with
completely with
like physical power off.
physical power off. Okay. Okay.
So when you switch off the button, what happens? There is not even power, right?
No, not even power, right?
To
Yeah,
any
there's
of
no
the
power. Yeah,
components.
it's completely down. Correct.
But there is a power
But there is a power
right now to the components.
right now to the components. Okay.
So that's the difference.
So that's the difference.
Basically, even use power off or halt, you will not be able to connect.
Not be able to connect. Okay.
It's a shutdown only.
It's shutdown only.
But usually we don't use a power off or halt because that is not going to shut down
That is not going to shut down gracefully. Right, right. Okay. So usually you go for init 0.
I need 0.
Init 0 or reboot. Okay.
Okay. So let me turn it on.
So let me turn it on. Uh, I'm not able to hear your voice. Are you talking now?
I'm on mute.
On mute. Oh, you're on mute. Oh,
Okay, so
okay, sure.
okay, so
Okay, so
reconnect.
reconnect.
Uh, I've also launched another
I've also
machine.
launched another machine.
Just trying to get the
Just
password.
trying to get the password. Okay.
Believe. So it says I'm
So
changing
it says
password
I'm
provider.
changing password provider. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay, so
power off shutdown that we have
power off
discussed.
shutdown that we have discussed.
If you just type,
Let's
there
just
are different kinds of files that I told you.
files that I told you.
When you work with
When you work with
Unix,
Unix,
ordinary files,
ordinary
directives, and
files,
special files.
directives, and special files. Okay.
Let me just
Let
hold on.
me.
I could
I
hear
could
myself.
hear myself. Okay.